So Sixers have dominated since he's come back, going 8-1 and have both top 5 ranked offense and defense in that same 9-game stretch. But as we mentioned before, on Christmas Day, Adrian Wojnarowski reported that Harden is seriously considering a return to the Houston Rockets in free agency this July, if he decides against a new deal with the Sixers. So I got to ask you guys, is this meaningful or is this much ado about nothing at all?
I think it's a negotiating ploy from someone. That's all I think it is. Because it's irrelevant. It's like, why, Rose? Like, why right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not making sense to even talk about this. It's December. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about what somebody's going to do. Like, it just doesn't make sense that he's going to leave a team that they say they want to win a championship to a team that's rebuilding. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So to me, it's from someone. I'm not saying it came from James or James people or his agent. Me personally, I just think one way or another, it's a negotiating ploy. I'm not taking a discount anymore with the Sixers. Mm-hmm. Or I can go back to finish my career in Houston. So I'm not taking, so if I'm going to do that, I'm going to go live where I want to live, play where I want to play if I'm going to take a discount. So in my opinion, I don't know where it comes from, but if I had to take it, give my opinion or guess, I would say that's all it is, because it's really no reason to bring it up right now.
Tell a friend to tell a friend I'm not taking it.
It doesn't make sense to me.
When I was watching it, when I heard the story, I didn't even get the sense that like someone just told him that. I have a feeling he's just known that for a while, and they were like, you know what? Remember we talked about a month ago? Go ahead and drop that story now. So you can do it now. Because it's like, hey, Merry Christmas, Woj. Oh, yeah, we're going to go back to Houston if we don't get the deal we want. Oh, okay. Well, let me go ahead and type that. Like, what? It's after an 8-1 stretch, or at that point, it was 7-1. But it's just like, it's odd timing, like Christmas Day.
He's playing arguably the best he's played.
Yes. That's what makes me think, like, okay, strike while the iron's hot. You're not struggling right now. Because if that story came out when we were struggling,
yes,
that would have been bad, right? It would have been like, geez, well, yeah, you might have to go because it doesn't look like it's working out anyway. So it's like now it comes out when they're doing awesome. It's like, oh, by the way, just in case you think that winning solves everything, including my bank account, it doesn't. I still want a lot of money, or I'll go back home. It actually might have even surfaced after they played Houston. Like, hey, you had a fun time over there, huh? Maybe you can go back there. It's like, yeah, I mean, I would if things don't work out here, which I think that's why I think it's much ado about nothing, because, well, it's not even a report. He would go back to his hometown that he spent 15 years at if it doesn't work out here. Well, yeah. I mean, of course, would they even want him back? Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, what Houston do?
Yeah, I looked on the comments. I actually wanted to see what Houston fans were saying, and most of them were like, no. Like, why would we do that now? We have two ball-dominant guards that run our offense with Green and Porter. So where would Harden go back to being a six-man? Gordon can't even get consistent minutes on that team. So
I didn't get it,
but the thing is, a lot of the offseason when they were talking about, is he going to go back to Philly before he signed the deal? They were going over teams, and they really didn't have a lot of teams that were realistic for him. So maybe it's the most realistic option.
That's why I think if from the standpoint of him taking a shave or a discount, before I take a shave discount, I'll just do this.
Yes. I'll go back home.
That's my opinion. Yes.
I'll just score 30 a night and
win.
Yes. But that's not the same Houston. They're actually trying to win now. They're trying to build.
I mean, they're just so young. It's just not going to – it just doesn't make sense.
No.
Yeah, so, James is a top player, so you just never know.
I also think it
could work.
It means nothing until we see how the season finishes and how they unfold. Or if they don't fold at all, if they win at all, or if they lose and James doesn't shoot his shots in the third and fourth quarter, then we can start asking those kind of questions. But
for
now, it's just I think it's just nothing, posturing for money.
It wasn't the whole idea of this being like a 2 to 3 year kind of like plan. That's why Tucker signed for a 3-year deal with us. That was kind of, remember, people were pissed off that we signed Tucker for 3 years. It was like, oh, maybe it's a part of a long term, a 2 to 3 year plan with Harden in mind. So, I mean, doesn't that kind of.
But his contract was almost structured like a 1-year deal. It was a get out after 1 year.
Right.
So we seems like we have like a 2 to 3 year plan, but he's not locked in for those 3 years yet.
Yeah.
So it's like a 1, and then we'll figure it out after this.
I
also think he might just keep doing it to allow us to maybe have flexibility, but I can't see him doing another discount again.
Not to that extent.
No.
Especially if he keeps this up, this 9-game stretch that we're going through right now with him. If he keeps that up, then we might have to ante up. And
I think I read recently it'd be the first time ever you'd have a league leader in assists and points on the same team, or in 40-something years. Who would that have been?
40 years. What? Magic at Kareem or no? Is that
yeah, maybe. That's a good guess, actually. That's exactly probably who it is.
40 years from now, that would be what, 82?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that would probably make sense.
Okay.
You looking it up?
Yeah, man, yeah, it's kind of a tough one to.
The last team to have the guy who averaged the most assists per game and most points per game, or just total?
On the same team.
Damn,
that's gonna be tough to find.
Yeah. Well, sidebar that. We'll bring that up on Friday.
We'll revisit it. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's a very good guess, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes the most sense.